In India, there was not much of a push, especially in these assisted devices, to get this into the open market.
हमने सोचा था कि जो स्ट्रगल स्टैंडर्ड स्टार्टअप में होती है वही हमारे में भी होगी, लेकिन हमारे में बहुत अलग तरीके के चैलेंजेस आए.
They are victims of market failure. When I say market failure, the investors from capital markets do not understand the risk.
India is witnessing a rise of social innovation movement in areas ranging from education, poverty alleviation to healthcare landscape. With the blend of idealism and pragmatism, the social entrepreneurs are striving to bring about meaningful social change. Yet, lack of funding and support is hindering their growth. One such startup is Flexmo, founded by 3 young innovators from IIT Delhi. Despite many odds, they are striving to solve mobility problem for the people with disability. The entrepreneur trio designed a unique crutch that can be used on all terrains, including snow and wet surfaces. Nation gives rise to ultra stability and zero slippage. The founders took the prototype to Delhi AIIMS, where the product was admired by the doctors.
Many different IITs had developed a lot of tech, but it just sat in the lab. And nobody was willing to do a tech transfer. And we were like, should we do it? Should we take that step to do it or not? So we considered a lot of people. Our professors, our family members, many different people who's expert in this particular field. And they all said, there's enough money in this field for you to start a business. It may not be much. Then that's when it hit us that, if nobody is willing to take the step and we've designed it, let's take the step. It's a risky step, but what's life without a risk? Let's take it. And that's how the Flexmo was born.
A 15-year-old cancer survivor who was amputated from above the knee agreed to test the crutch.
I used to get users in AIIMS Delhi who are treatment ke liye aate the. Her name is Indu Kumari. She is 14 years old at the time in 2017. उनको एक प्रोटोटाइप दिया था मैंने, so वो ट्राई कर रहे थे वो, ठीक है, इंदु कुमारी, एंड उसको अच्छा लगा. और क्या हुआ कि 1 वीक हो गया, वापस आ गया, शी टोल्ड मी अभी सही चल रही है.
After using the prototype for a month, she came back with critical inputs. After it was fixed based on her inputs, she shunned her regular crutches. However, after the grand launch at IIT Delhi, the major challenge for the startup was to get funding for starting manufacturing at mass level.
So, जितना भी प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टर्स है ना, उनको क्विक रिटर्न्स चाहिए, ठीक है. सो क्विक रिटर्न्स उनको, हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है वो सोशल सेक्टर में है, ठीक है. जितना भी वो लोग कमर्शियल वगैरह है, लेकिन लोग देखते सोशल सेक्टर जैसे ही, ठीक है. सो उसमें क्या होता है कि पर्सन का पेइंग कैपेसिटी नहीं है. गवर्नमेंट हैज टू प्ले, लोग बोलेंगे कि बंदा अपने आप करेगा, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट हैज टू प्ले सिग्निफिकेंट अमाउंट ऑफ रोल इन दिस, टू गेट अस सस्टेनेंस एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. सो जब गवर्नमेंट वगैरह आ रहे हैं, इन्वेस्टर्स पीछे चले जाते हैं.
Because of the genre of the startup, which falls under more into the social category rather into the commercial category, the investors were not ready to take risk and invest. After repeated rejection from many funders, the startup eventually received grant from Social Alpha, a non-profit that nurtures social entrepreneurs through an incubation and acceleration network.
At that time, we never had the idea that they will be an investor to us, anything. But because I came to know they are involved in disability field, I thought maybe they can give us good connects, they can help us, mentor us. And subsequently, there was this grant called Quest, which was put up by Social Alpha. We applied for it. We were selected for that. And as a part of that, we started incubating with Social Alpha.
So we identify areas of market failure where companies are not investable or sector is not investable, and then we work in de-risking these companies through our incubation and acceleration model. Once we de-risk these companies and make them investable, then the mainstream market can come in and invest in the company.
As India is witnessing a spike in entrepreneurial activity in the social sector, lack of funding and support is hindering the growth. A more cohesive environment, therefore, is needed for these startups to flourish.